Hi friends, welcome back to Bougie in the Backyard. Today we are going to be working with one of the easiest plants to propagate, which means get new plants out of your existing plants, the aloe vera. So these little plants, and I'll zoom in on it a little bit, there's little plants growing around the outside of like the main aloe vera there. Those are called pups. They're babies, they're offsets. And so basically you can continue to get free plants off of your existing plant. Shout out to my friend Marissa for giving me the original itty bitty tiny aloe plant, which I have neglected enough to now have this big old aloe vera plant, which honestly I need to separate and share the love with others and give Marissa some more plants back. So stick around and I'm gonna show you step by step how you can get yourself some free plants for you and for your friends or whoever you want to give them to. So let's get started. All right, here's everything we're gonna need today. So you need an existing aloe vera plant that has pups that's ready to be separated. You need a couple of containers or pots that you're going to put the pups in to make some new plants. Probably need a pair of gardening gloves. I've got some little garden snips just in case I need to trim some roots. I've got some new soil and a garden trowel. So let's start the fun. All right, so now that we're ready to get started, the first thing I'm gonna do is put my gloves on. It's really hot and sticky out here, so we're not going on very easily. But again, these are the pups. There's little ones, there's medium-sized ones, there's bigger ones. I'm going to leave this main plant in here and keep that one. And you really want to focus on the pups that are like 4 to 6 inches tall. Don't take these little tiny ones. They're not ready yet. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to do is grab my garden trowel. Ideally, you want to be able to take this whole thing out and kind of separate them from the root ball, but I don't really want to do that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see, let's see, I'm gonna turn this way. And I'm just gonna dig up under here instead of dumping this whole plant out. And we're gonna hope my technique works. Just gently kind of maneuver it. Let me get in here. This actually works better without gloves for me, but I don't know. All right. So once you're in here, I'm gonna just take kind of this half of the plant and you want to gently pull from the base, like don't pull from the top or you'll break things off. So as you see, I've got it out now. I can actually take this and separate it. I can take this and separate it. There's about 4 of these, so I'm gonna even separate this one. I don't know if this guy's gonna live because he doesn't have independent roots and I just broke him. So I think what I'm gonna do is soak this guy in water so he makes some more roots and keep him separate. I left a good amount in here for my personal use, but you can see there's roots on each of these. This is where my snips are gonna come in handy. I like to inspect, like where am I gonna make my cuts, what makes sense, and keep as many roots as possible. So I'm gonna take this guy and balance him and cut it really close right there. So now this guy has his own root system. And then this one, I can kind of just peel and untwist. And now these guys have their own root systems as well. So now I can plant these in the pots. So I'm going to move this off to the side. I'm going to bring one of my containers over that already has a drain hole in it. And I'm going to fill this partially with dirt. Let me grab my recycled soil really quick. All right, so I'm going to take this pot. You should honestly use like a cactus mix or a succulent mix that's like really well draining. Don't get anything that's going to be super rich and hold in moisture, because again, like aloe vera likes to be neglected. It's honestly their favorite thing in the world is to be neglected. So I'm just going to fill this basically all the way to the top. I'm going to create a nice little hole in the middle where I can take this big strong aloe pup, and I'm going to make the hole wide enough so that the roots aren't compacted. And then I'm just going to fill this in and make sure that you leave like the plant itself above the soil line. I'm going to bury that little guy a little bit just because honestly he's kind of little and that's not going to hurt him at all. There you go, and that's pretty much it. You don't want to water it right away because again, they like to be neglected, and if you water them right away, you run the risk of developing root rot. You want to let it sit for like 4 to 5 days without any additional water. It'll be fine. I know that's the opposite of everything you know about plants and everything I normally talk about. But yeah, just let it sit for 4 to 5 days, then water it. These again love to be neglected, so if you water them like once every 3 to 4 weeks, totally fine. If you water it more than that, that's when they start to rot and it's not going to be as healthy. That's one reason I really love aloe vera, because I am terrible at remembering to water my house plants. The ones outside, Mother Nature does her thing, but the plants in the house, I'm not that good at remembering. So that's basically it. Just neglect it, it'll be fine. And that was your quick tutorial on how to propagate aloe vera plants and create more plants that you can keep for yourself, expand your collection, or gift to your friends and family. So be sure to like my video, be sure to share it, share my channel, subscribe to my channel, and thanks for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and come back and see me later in the week for more tips, more planting, more randomness. Yeah, thanks for watching Bougie in the Backyard. Bye friends.